Alright, let's get to it. I'm Joe Renton with my review of AEW Dark Elevation. More shows like this. Get in and out really quickly, that's what she said. Have some matches, have a nice video package where you get to see Chris Statlander. More Chris Statlander is always a good thing. And seriously, 45 minutes and it served its purpose. It hyped up Rampage coming up and even started out with Tony Schiavone talking about the Chicago show where everybody's chanting CM Punk. And if CM Punk doesn't show up in some capacity on that show, oh boy, are the fans going to be fucking pissed. By the way, let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments. So, Schiavone, Paul White, and Eddie Kingston on commentary, and they have a guest commentator a little bit later. Paul White was wearing a Wingman shirt, Hot Boy Summer, and the reason he wore that, it was either wear that shirt or give them his boat. And Kingston's like, you have a boat? At least they had some fun here. You can tell they were more relaxed, and I like how more relaxed Schiavone is here because he's just having fun, and it really is nice that he's had a new lease on life as far as a wrestling announcer because he did other sports stuff after he left WCW or after WCW closed down and everything, and it's a shame that WWE didn't bring him back, but it is what it is. I still like Tony Schiavone. I like his energy, and again, he is happy to be there. Red Velvet versus Angelica Risk. Boy, she's got a nice look. Red Velvet does also, and Red Velvet has improved. Angelica, first time I've seen her, but you know, or Angelica might be actually it. She does some weird twerking stuff, but whatever. Hey, she got the crowd on their feet, and it wasn't bad. She actually did hit some nice strikes, but the final slice, 1, 2, 3, Red Velvet gets the victory. Lee Johnson with Dustin Rhodes versus Marcus Cross. You know, the guy that has the DBZ hair. Well, commentary mentions and talks about the hair and everything, makes DBZ references, and Yushika Roshi 1, 2, 3. So it wasn't bad, but it was what it was. Then here's Miro coming out to a pop. You can't take away what is divinely mine. Says he will kill him on Dynamite. That's murder, Miro. You probably shouldn't confess to that or even try to do that. It's wrestling. It's not that serious. This is coming from me, somebody that gets violently serious about wrestling. Maybe just with words. But anyway, Miro says he's going to destroy Lee Johnson. As he should. No disrespect to Lee Johnson. Maybe if they featured Miro like this more, people would buy into him and people wouldn't be like, oh, well, you know, I'm kind of done with him. Because I'm happy that Miro's being featured like this. And if he had been the Redeemer and been like this, instead of doing the video game bullshit, it would have been so much nicer. Because this is what he can do. He can be the badass and he can be the brute. But anyway, we have a Statlander video package. Who is she? Why the alien stuff? She is hot. But she actually does have like a good aura about her. She has gotten herself in, even though she was in great shape before her knee injury, she's gotten in great shape. Even better shape. She's doing good stuff. She has some poise here. Yes, it's a little bit goofy, the stuff with the alien. I'm not necessarily saying it's my favorite, but she says, I will be your leader eventually. I for one, welcome our new alien overlord. And her, time with the best friends. What are they? Well, we get each other by not getting each other. It's about the best description for why they're all together. And then it's Chris Statlander versus Ashley D'Amboise. David Crockett is back on a pseudo network, Turner Network show. Amazing. I mean, it's a YouTube show, but still, it's affiliated with Turner Network, so really nice. We didn't get any lines, whip him like a dog, but we got at least it was nice to have David Crockett there. And, rest in peace, Jim Crockett Jr., well, and Senior, but he's been dead since the 70s, and Jim Crockett Jr. did just die recently. It was a nice little throwback, and since they were in Charlotte, it made sense, given the history of Jim Crockett Promotions and what David Crockett meant to that. Was he a great announcer? No, but he had a lot of energy, and he certainly had a lot of fire and everything. Nobody grabbed anybody by the honker. If you get that, you're a longtime fan. So she booped all the best friends. I volunteer as tribute, and I will say that Ashley does have a nice presence, and she actually did hit some good stuff here. There were a lot of cartwheels by Statlander, which is impressive. I got dizzy. She didn't want to be booped. No more of the boop. And then we get a face jam, a German suplex, and Big Bang Theory 1, 2, 3. Ashley got in some shots, but was no doubt going to get beat. We then get Nick Camarado and Aaron Solo with QT Marshall on commentary versus Rosario, Grillo, and Hunter Abbott. I forgot the other guy's name. I'm sorry. I really feel bad. But I didn't really care about this match. So no disrespect to the enhancement talents. Schiavone keeps needling QT because he dumped a shake on his head, because that's a feud we need to goddamn see. Solo covers one of the guys, 1, 2, 3. I don't care about this factory thing. That's nothing against Solo. It's nothing against Camarado, who actually, I think, has a bright future. The Magical Girls! Yuka Sakazaki, I can't do it. It's like trying to do a jazzed up version of Alpha 5 from the Power Rangers. Takes on Danny Jordan. I wonder if you can guess who I was rooting for here. I was actually rooting for both. I'm actually excited because I'm going to my first indie show in a year and a half since everything's been shut down in Washington later this month, and Danny Jordan's going to be there. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to meet her at the meet and greet, but it's going to be nice to feature this shirt because Danny Jordan's impressed me since I saw her on NWA The Circle Squared. You know, she's the real Mean Girl. She got a Mean Girl gimmick. I love Mean Girls. It's probably one of my favorite comedies ever. I mean, it is one of my favorite comedies ever. One of my favorite comedy easily of the last 20 years that wasn't Color Out of Space, even though that wasn't meant to be a comedy. But I love Danny Jordan. She really healed it up here. Yuka got big pops for everything she did. Nice stiff drop kick. But you know, Danny got in some good shots here. Delayed suplex. You got twisting face jam. And then Yuka fires up and eventually gets an airplane swing or a swim, as Paul White said, but it was funny and gets the victory. Nice little match. Yuka has a really good presence, and I like Danny Jordan, and this is good stuff. Should it have been on Dynamite? Maybe not. But, I mean, actually, I kind of would like to have seen it on Dynamite because it was longer than some of the women's matches on Dynamite. Bear Bronson with Bear Boulder versus Darby and Sting! Okay. Darby getting a big pop. Big old pop and everything. That's all I'm going to say about that. But after finding out some things. Crowd pops for Sting. Because, of course, they do. Because Sting was a big-time, guy in WCW. And David Crockett even talks about, meeting Sting for the first time in the Clash of Champions and all that. Power versus speed. Darby does take over after a little bit. He does get hit with a cannonball when he tries to sleeper and just gets slammed in the corner, slammed into the spotlight. But we get Stun Dog Millionaire, coffin drop off the ropes, and then coffin drop off the top. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So yeah, Darby gets a victory, and that's all. 45 minutes, nice, concise. I am sure for Dark 100 tomorrow, they'll make it about 3 hours of the big celebration. Or they could just make it 90 minutes, and it wouldn't be a miss. I expect it to go a little bit long, but hopefully not too long. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.